Hello everyone and welcome. This is Christine with Patter Crafts, and today I'm here with a design team project for Scrapping for Less. And today I'm so excited to be using some new products from Scrapping for Less, using the 4x6 stamp set called Summer Floaties, and also the 6x6 pattern paper pad by the same name, Summer Floaties. So let's take a look at this pattern paper just so you can get an idea of what to expect in here. Lots of summary images on one side, and on the other side there are all these images that remind me of different pools. So these watery, pooly kind of backgrounds. And then we've got some watermelons, some donuts, popsicles. I think there's some pizza in there. I've already colored my two images that I'll be using today, so we'll be using these two little cuties on my card. So they have already been colored with Copic markers, and I did use my scan and cut to cut them out. So let's work on our card. So first I have some snow cone cardstock here. This cardstock right now is currently available in the Scrapping for Less website, and I thought the color would go perfect with my pool themed card. So once I have that done, I'm kind of debating where I'm going to put my images, because I am going to cut a piece of the blue pool paper, and I'm going to use a circle die to cut out two holes out of one of them. I am using the least busy of all the pool papers, so that way my pattern paper that I'm going to put underneath my circles can definitely be busy and it will stand out better. So right now I'm cutting my main panel down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so it covers the entire front of the card base. And I'm grabbing a circle die from this Spellbinders die set. So I just want to make sure that it's big enough to show enough of the pattern paper underneath it, but I also don't want it to be too small. So gone ahead and cut out the two circles, and now I'm going to trim down the pattern paper that's going to go in those circles. So I have to kind of figure out how much pattern paper to trim down. I don't want to waste my pattern paper, so I don't want to cut it too small and have it not fit, but I don't want to cut it too big and have to trim some off, which I end up doing anyway because I do make these about 3 by 3, which was a little bit too big for the circle that I cut out, but I didn't have a lot of waste. So once I have those trimmed, I am going to put the watermelon on the top. I thought this piece of paper would go great with the little girl on the flamingo floaty because she has a piece of watermelon in her hand. So we're going to just go ahead and adhere that directly to the card base on the top. And then I'm going ahead and doing the same thing with the donut pattern paper. And of course the donuts would go great with the little girl's donut floaty. So just making sure that none of my pattern paper shows through the other circle. So I did move that donut paper down just a little bit, and here I'm just trimming off a little bit of that excess. So now for this main panel, this pool paper, I'm going to adhere that to the card base with foam tape. So now I'm just going to go ahead and grab my giant roll of foam tape. You can use any kind of foam adhesive. There's fun foam, there's foam strips, there's foam squares and foam circles. I just happen to have this on hand at the moment. So in the parts that are a little bit wider, I am using a lot more tape than probably needed, but around the circles I was not really putting any foam tape because my foam tape is super sticky. It's hard to cut, so I'm hoping that using more in those bigger areas will give the panel a little more stability, since those other pieces aren't really going to have much. So once I have the foam tape on, I go ahead, remove the backing, and I'm going to try to get it straight on to the card, which I am successful at when I decide to stand up and look over it just to get a better view. So once that is all on, I'm happy with the results. And and we're going to add our little pool babies onto the card. So I'm just adding them directly on, just with some tape runner. And then once that's all set, we're going to just add a couple of finishing touches. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some Glossy Accents. I'm going to put that on the sunglasses of both of my little pool babies. Then I'll be bringing in some Wink of Stella just to add a little bit of sparkle to their floaties. So to the donut floaty here and the flamingo floaty on the baby up top. I've also already gone through with a white gel pen, added a little bit of highlight. Now I'm using some Morning Dew Nuvo crystal drops. I'm just adding 3 little drops to each of the corners. And that will be it for today. So thank you so very much for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more and you're not already, please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell. But until next time, everyone, have a great day. Thank you. Bye.